What's going on, everybody? It's EricRayweather back here, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about 3 things that might get added to Madden 19, and I have very good reason to believe that these things will get added. Now, these are nothing big or just crazy, but these are definitely little things that can be added throughout the year and that EA has alluded to potentially adding into the game. So if this is your first time checking out one of my videos and you want to stay up to date on the best Madden 19 news, tips, and gameplay all year long, consider hitting the subscribe button below and hitting the bell icon so that you join the notification squad. So let's get into it. 3 things that might get added to Madden 19, and I'm pretty sure that these will. So number 1 is going to be new celebrations and custom celebrations. So as you know, this year they added a ton of celebrations to the game. Team celebrations, signature celebrations. If you've been playing the game even just a little bit, you've seen a lot of these cool celebrations this year. Definitely one of my favorite parts of the game. It's just fun to celebrate after you score. Some people aren't that into it. Me personally, I like it. But they have said going into the year that they have the ability to update these celebrations throughout the year. So when the NFL season starts, obviously now that celebrations are allowed back in the NFL, we saw last year some of the crazy stuff that happened and EA put those into the game. But obviously it's a new year. That means players are going to be doing new signature celebrations and dances. There's going to be crazy new team celebrations, of course. Each team's going to try to show each other up. I'm pretty sure that's going to be a big thing this year. So as the year progresses and we see people do things, EA says they have the ability to, motion capture these celebrations and put them into the game via a title update or a patch. But not only that, something else that's really interesting is custom celebrations, especially for people that play Ultimate Team, because if you think about Fortnite, that's one of the ways Fortnite makes a lot of their money, and that's one thing that people love about Fortnite is like, the custom dances and stuff that they can do when you win a match and stuff like that. They make a lot of money doing that, and people love this. And I've seen tons of Madden players already this year saying they would pay for custom celebrations. They would pay for new celebrations. I mean, they're putting it out there. They're literally telling EA, we would pay for custom celebrations in Ultimate Team, because an Ultimate Team, I mean, that's basically what it is. It's about making your Ultimate Team, customizing everything. There's tons of, jerseys you can choose from. You can get whatever your favorite players, your favorite playbook, everything you want. So why not add custom celebrations in that? Especially if people are saying that they would pay for it, it just kind of seems like a no-brainer. And if EA can put regular celebrations into the game, you think that they could definitely put custom celebrations into things like Ultimate Team. And not even just that, in the franchise mode, they could do this as well. They said they have the ability to add these things to franchise and CFM. So I think definitely expect new celebrations to be added to the game throughout the year. I think that is a no-brainer and definitely something they're going to look into doing. Number 2 is another one that's really interesting to me, and that is adding new plays to the game. So typically, in terms of new plays, we usually have to wait till the next Madden to get new plays. Some Maddens we get a lot of new plays, like Madden 18. We got a ton of new plays and formations added in Madden 18. This year in Madden 19, we didn't get so many. We got, like 1 new formation. We got a few new plays and new coverages. Nothing too crazy like last year. But they've also said that they have the ability to add new plays to the game. And this is something that they want to start doing going forward. Because sometimes they can't get everything in their off season when they're building the new game, especially certain type of plays, especially think of like trick plays like the Philly special and stuff like that. Takes a little bit more time to kind of program those in and make sure that the AI on the defense can react the right way to it. But they said they have the ability to, as they start coming up with new plays that they see are being run in real life, that they can program these plays. It might take a month or so, but they can program these plays and then get them into the game again via a title update or a patch, whichever you want to call it. Some people call it title update, some people call it a patch, but they can put that in the game via that patch. So if we see, in the NFL, things are always changing on offense, on defense, teams running new plays, new schemes, new gimmicks. They do it all the time. So as these guys are seeing this happen, it's something interesting that a team might be doing, that this team might be making this a staple of their offense. They can put that into the game. So I think that's something we might see, start trickling in this year. But, it's really no different than adding celebrations or adding anything else that they do via a patch. They can add new plays to the game, and it's definitely something they want to start doing so that they can make the game feel fresh all year long, instead of just saying, okay, this is what you got at launch and you're not going to get too much after that. That's the way games are going now. You need to keep them, feeling new throughout the year, because people get tired quick and move on. So that's number 2. Let's go to number 3 now, and this is something for the franchise and CFM guys. And this is basically just the ability to add new features to franchise and CFM. We saw them do this last year when they added the new audible on the fly feature. They have the ability to add new game mechanics and new features to the game. Now, the audibles on the fly feature, sure, that was like, you know, a cross-game thing. Whether you just play regular play now, you play online regs, online MUT, franchise CFM, that affected all of those modes. But the fact that they were able to put a feature like that, and a pretty big feature at that mid-year, says that they can start doing that. And they have said for the last 2 years that they really want to start rolling out stuff for franchise and CFM. Like in the way that MUT gets, you know, content throughout the year, they want to start doing that for franchise and CFM. So what exactly would they add to franchise and CFM? Not sure, but you got to think of things like going back to the celebrations. You know, they can have custom celebrations that are just CFM only or franchise only. You know, custom uniforms that are, you know, only for franchise and CFM players. Maybe, like I said, new features, new game mechanics, maybe new scouting tools, or just whatever it could be. The fact that they can do this with MUT, the fact that they can do this with regular things that cover all game modes, means that they're going to start doing this for franchise and CFM eventually as well. And they've talked about it time and time again, that this is where they're headed with the game, because this, like I said, they need to make games feel fresh throughout the year. That's kind of the new standard. So I would say hopefully this year we start seeing that trickle in, but they've talked about it so much that I feel like, you know, if not this year, maybe next year, but I think this year we're going to start seeing some of that stuff trickle in, where they start giving exclusive stuff to CFM type guys for their online CFMs. It really wouldn't be that hard to do, and it's definitely where the game is going. So I'm pretty excited about that, because I think anytime you can add new stuff to the game throughout the year, you know, that's why a lot of people like MUT, because it feels new every time you log in. And if, you know, if they can make the entire game feel like that at every, you know, every level of the game, every phase of the game, that would just make people love the game that much more. So I think expect that to start happening this year, and, you know, going forward being a regular thing. But yeah, let me know what you think about it. What are some things you would like to see added to the game? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, just drop a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.